Okay, here is 8.2. We're starting on the second page here. And corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are congruent. And the corresponding sides are proportional. Okay? So what that means is, if we're looking at example 2 really quick, if I'm looking for the measure of angle A, well, that's the same as this measure, corresponding angles. So the measure of angle A is 127. If I was looking for the measure of Z, so the measure of Z, well, that corresponding angle is right there. So it is 53 degrees. This should be degrees also. Okay? And then if we're looking for sides, AB over WX is the same as AD over WZ. And this one is going to be YZ. Okay? So YZ over CD is equal to XY over BC. That's how we look at that. All right. Let's take a look at some of these where we have to determine if the triangles are similar. Whoops. So let's go back up here. Determine whether these are similar. Okay, we might need a little more room, but we have to write a similarity statement and then give the similarity ratio. Okay, so are these similars? Well, I need all the angles to be congruent. So here's a right angle here. Here's a right angle. That's congruent. I have 62 degrees here. Well, that's 28. But if I know this triangle right here, 90, 28, this is 62 degrees. So that's congruent. Okay. And then if I'm looking at this angle 28, well, this guy up here is 28. Probably can't see that, but that's 28 degrees. Okay. So all these angles are congruent. So I could say angle A is congruent with angle D. Angle B is congruent with angle E. Angle C is congruent with angle F. Okay, these are congruent statements here. All right, so that's all the angles, but now I have to say, are the sides proportional? So let's get a different color here. All right, so I'm going to look at these sides. So here's my small side, my medium, and my large. Here's my small, medium, and large sides. So when I take a look at this, my small sides, my small is going to be, here's my small, 6 over 9. Okay? And here, let's write it like this. So 6 over 9. Okay, and that reduces to 2/3. Okay, my medium is going to be 8 over 12. When I reduce that in my calculator, that's 2/3. My large is going to be 10 over 15, and when I reduce that, it's going to be 2/3. So all the sides are proportional. They're the same similarity ratio. So my similarity ratio is 2/3. And so I'm going to say this triangle, I would say yes, they are similar. Similar ratios here. And my triangle, I will say A, B, C is congruent. Whoops. It's not congruent. We're just proving similar triangles. It's similar to this triangle over here. We start with the 28 degrees, so we start with D, E, F. Okay? So we need a couple things to prove that they're similar. Okay? We're looking at that. We're looking at the angles over here. Then we're looking at the similarity ratio. So if the similarity ratio is all the same and the angles are all congruent, then these triangles are similar. Okay? So let's take a look at another one. Let's take a look at this one here. So these triangles here, all the right angles right here, all these right angles are all congruent. So all angles, so corresponding angles are congruent. That checks one thing. Now I got to see the sides, the proportion. So here's my small and my small. I'll say 20 over 30, which simplifies to 2/3. And this one, my other side, 36 over 52. Well, 36 over 52 simplifies to 9 over 13, which is not equal. So no, they're not similar, and I would say corresponding sides not proportional. Okay? I'm going to go through these ones quick here. These guys here, they look similar, but when I look at these angles, these are not, this is 100 degrees and these are 90, so no. Corresponding angles. They're not similar. Okay? Over here, the answer to this one over here, we'll do it in a different color pen. Let's try maybe green. Okay, so over here, I would say yes. And we're going to do some work, and we're going to find that the similarity ratio, okay, is going to be 1/2, and my similarity statement is going to be, whoops, not a triangle, it's just a kite. So I could say x, how about I go w, x, y, z is similar to d, a, b, c. Okay, and because the corresponding sides are all proportional. All right, let's try and stop some of the other ones. I'm going to go through these kind of quick because we went in class, but you guys can kind of review this if you want. Use proportions to find unknown length. So I'm looking for x. Well, I know that this is my small. Here's my side here that's going to be similar or corresponding to that side. So 12 over 30 is equal to x over 40. So this triangle here, okay, that's on the top, the green triangle. And blue triangle here, those are the pieces that are going to be on the bottom, okay? So I guess this should probably be in blue. Okay? And then when we solve it, we're going to cross multiply. So I get 30x equals 12 times 40, which is going to be 480. Divide by 30, and I get x to be 16. Okay? So let's take a look at this one here. We have to solve for x up here. So I'm looking for x, well, the corresponding side's over here. Okay, so maybe I say, here's the bottom over that bottom. So I'm going to say 5 over 6 equals 2 over x. I'm going to cross multiply. I get 5x equals 12. X equals 12 divided by 5 is 2.5. Okay. And we're not going to go through any of these other ones. If you look for an answer here, you get x equals 2.3. And if you look for an answer here, you would have gotten 20 feet. Okay,